Hello again, friends. I return. I thought I would do no recordings today. Here's recording number 2. Thoughts are fine, just don't believe them, that's all. They're fine to have flit and float through your head there. Okay. I want to share that I heard from Ken, and it might just be a healing kind of a crisis with Harmony, and he doesn't see that she's necessarily crossing. That makes me feel good. So he's given her some healing energy, given me some suggestions, and so we move on. I guess I'll put in a small plug here for zeolyte. It's a great full body detox, and I'm using a brand called Waoria, Waoria. And they're just little clear, tasteless drops that you can put into anything. They don't require refrigeration or any special handling. But they do seem to do a very good job of getting right down into the cells, very deeply into the body, and purging things without necessarily overburdening the digestive system. In other words, getting everything out into your bloodstream, which is what happens with a lot of cleanses. Or overburdening the liver. And Harmony's been in frail health for a while, so I've been putting the Waoria drops in her water just a little bit. And I recently increased it, and Ken and I both think that that might be the trigger that's caused her body to cast off a lot of stuff, maybe too quickly. And so, you know, these drops work, I know. I have to be really careful in using them, though, because my response to cleansing is to intensify the pain. And hello, I have plenty of that to go around, and so I have to be very careful not to just get myself so burdened that it's just no fun to live anymore, you know? We have to walk that balance. Okay, I want to share something I'm noticing. It's the night of the 29th of December. We only have a couple of days left in this year, and cycles will turn, and that's great, but I'm also noticing that I'm going to say for the last 8 weeks or more, it's been a time of letting go and of cleansing. And I'm finding that each time I make a move to let something go, or something like a relationship the way it used to be, each time I'm willing to admit to myself, hey, I'm uncomfortable with this, and just be straight and open and honest. I just wrote a letter to someone who's pretty close to me, and just said, look, I've got some new boundaries, and I've been messing around, tiptoeing around, you know, not just coming right out and saying, but here's where I'm coming from, here's how I'm feeling, and here's what I need to be comfortable in our relationship. What do you think? Well, I'm finding that when I do something so simple as that, I'm really getting strength from it. And it just reminds me, oh, I'm harmonizing with cycles here. The cycles that we're going through now as a part of upliftment or rising in frequency, ascension, whatever we want to call it, even just the cycle of the ending of the year, are cycles of letting go of things. We're having things stripped away. Now, they're being stripped away kind of whether we like it or not, but it's a smoother ride if we cooperate. And so I thought I'd share that perception that came to me. I'm sure you have your own, but the more we share, we can really benefit from one another. I've been kind of down of late. I shared some of that with you, you know, as it precipitated out from the way Harmony Cat is feeling. But it's not just that, you know. There are a lot of things being stripped away, things falling away. And I'm just finding myself strengthened as I cooperate with that. And as I say, okay, guess I didn't really need that anyway. I mean, it's going, so, how can I help it along? And again, I don't know what I have to say here, but I'm just going to speak up and say it. David Wilcock's really interesting, and he has some good things to say. He may or may not be the reincarnation of Edgar Cayce. I don't know. I don't too much care. I don't think it matters. Either what he says today stands on its own or it doesn't. Truth is like that. It doesn't matter. Just because you have a name that's this or that doesn't influence the truth that's being spoken. And truth always manages to stand on its own. That being said, I, for the first time, listened to him channeling Ra. Now, you guys know pretty much how I feel about channeling. Overall, I don't find it to be a very successful venture for most people, in my humble opinion. What's brought forth at best is a combination of light and dark. But I have to say, it just said David Wilcock channels Ra, and it was a 4-parter on YouTube. And I have to say that just from listening, from heart to it, I was uplifted. I gained a strength from it. And it's interesting that in shucking fear, that's a really good thing to get rid of for the new year, as we let the old year go. As I'm not fearful anymore, so I'm unafraid to listen to some of this channeling. I've been listening to a good bit of Adronis. I think that's how it's said lately. And I don't buy it completely, or even very much, but I've been finding it interesting. Another one that's, oh my God, I've taken to listening to for amusement, I have to say, is Wild Colleen. God bless her. She's more than interesting, but aren't we all? Aren't we all in our own way? Don't we have our foibles, our crazinesses? And I love it when people have the grit, excuse me, the balls to just lay it out there the way they see it. I think that's great. And in the end, I think we all benefit. So what if it's not perfect 100% truth? I mean, honey, if we all waited till we were perfect 100% truthful beings, we wouldn't be in 3D anymore. Well, why wait out our time in 3D? Why not do the very best that we can in this moment and share our understanding in this moment? And then as it comes out, sometimes we have a gain right there. Just in the saying, we'll be given understandings at times. This is one of the things I miss most about my friend who walked away from me so oddly, is this the special alchemy that can happen between two people who are close and who are both, the way I see it on the spiritual path. Those are just words, but I don't know how else to say that. I know I'm not on a path anymore, but I don't know how else to encapsulate that in words just yet. But there's something really special that you'll find things that you didn't know you knew. But in the interchange with the close friend, it will come out and you'll realize, oh my God, I do know that. I really do. But you never saw it before. And all the things, that can be there with a friendship are really special. But I think we have to hold on to our friendships lightly as well. We have to hold on to everything very, very lightly. I guess it could be said that it's being in the world but not of it. And so we're here, and yes, we have thoughts, but we don't believe in them. We don't try to be perfect. I don't recommend trying to be perfect. It's a lost cause. Before you ever put your foot on that path, you're a goner, because it's not going to happen. It's just not. And so if you're waiting for that, that's a shame, you know, and it's a good time to wake up and say, hey, wait a minute. I am what I am. It is what it is. This is the best that it is right now, and I might as well make friends with that, right? All the things that we use to run away from our now, I guess it's time to clean house with that. Anything that's chasing you away from your now, away from being willing to just accept who and what you are as the best that you can conceive of it right now. These brains that we have and these bodies that we're wearing are totally, deeply incapable of encompassing who and what we really are. If we put the fullness of ourself in the body, it would fry. It would just be like too much electricity, and it would fry. It's not capable of handling it. We don't need the fullness of what we are in order to have a part in the play here. And many parts in the play, come on. Time being simultaneous, you're living all of your lifetimes right now. That's not above you, that's not beyond you, because the you that you are is something truly phenomenal and incomprehensible to the physical, incomprehensible to 3D. The you that you are cannot be fully encapsulated or contained in anything that's physical. It's not a possibility. And I think it helps. I have certain beliefs that are a great comfort to me, and they come from my own experience. And one of them is that everything is perfect just the way it is. And I have seen this again and again and again sufficiently endlessly that I just accept it now. Okay, maybe it's going to take 20 years down the road for me to see the perfection in what's happening to me right now. That's fine, whatever, you know. But the beauty of the hindsight is that there's been growth between point A and point B, and it's the growth that's cleared the vision that's enabled us to see how it was really perfect all along. We just weren't seeing it. So much of everything is just coming into new and higher perspective and altering our vision. And it helps, though, to know that we're these great, magnificent light beings, that we're part of the one that is absolute perfection. And knowing these things does give a tremendous comfort. And that's one of the things that I found in that channeling session with Ra, was the reminder of our oneness, our union, and our perfection. And it's not telling us. See, when you hear something like that and it resonates with you, the reason it resonates, in my understanding, is because this is something you already knew. You're just being reminded. We took a forgetful pill in order to incarnate. It was necessary. It would be very, very awkward if we had memory and awareness of each and every incarnation in this one. We would remember all the grudges that we held against everybody and all the lovers that we ever had and all of those things, and it would so ruin our ability in this lifetime to make a new start and to accomplish something really great. And so the forgetting is necessary. But we're coming back to remembrance now, and the way I'm experiencing this is that resonance. And so when you feel that resonance, have a look-see at what it is that brought that up, and see if maybe that might ring your chimes as well. Maybe what that is you're just hearing or reading something you already knew deep inside of your real self. Happy New Year! Merry Christmas! You know, the 12 days of Christmas aren't over yet, not till Epiphany. God bless us, everyone. Good day.